Clear. You know what time it is today. We gotta talk about a few things that, man, I think people took the situation the wrong way. When it came to you was kicking some knowledge. I want you to get in a little more in depth of what you was just trying to say, because people, I don't know, man, they might have took how you brought it to the table the wrong way. But before we do this, I got to give another big shout out to Huru Black and Gold. Let me tell you something. Great minds think alike. We on the same page. Huru pretty much said this right here. He said, King, I don't understand how people can't donate to grown, healthy folks. There's nothing wrong with them, no disabilities. They can see and walk. And about the children in Africa, what about the elderly? These donators are very stupid. They think if they donate to Marwa, they think that they are going to heaven. Marwa already told them that he doesn't want to work. He wants to chill and sit on the beach. That's what he said in Ivan video. So let me tell y'all, donate something. Y'all ain't going to heaven when you donate to Marwa. All y'all doing is putting him on the beach, on the resort all over the world, so he could sit back on the resort. And I ain't want to say what he going to do when he go on the resort, because only thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a little hint, but I just want you to think about the Poland woman. But, hey, so y'all keep donating y'all money to him, and y'all see what happened at the end of the day, but you ain't going to heaven. But Cleo, man, let's clean up some things, because people got the wrong idea going on here when it came to you on that last message you said. You know, so let's tell the people what you really meant. You meant, because they feel like you on the wrong side of the spectrum.
Yeah, I think one thing that I want to point out is that, it's just the social media, and people always, even if you give, people food, they'll always complain the food was not good. You remember Ponte complained about the food that, Ayamara's mother cooked. And people always complain. They don't care if food is food, right? And people don't care. So even me, I try to give my, side of the story, and I try to give food for thought to the people on your channel. And shout out to you, King the Traveler, and thanks a lot for basically bringing me into this. I don't like being on camera, but you have actually, you have done a lot of inspiration, not only to me, but I think a lot of other reactors. Okay, so to say, but I'm just saying that big up to you. And one thing that, people, they didn't watch your past videos. We came up with this idea. People were afraid to talk about certain issues about Ayamara. Things that are happening right now that in our previous videos before what happened right now. We spoke about our underage. Nobody was talking about our underage. And the people that are commenting about, misreading what I said, they should watch all the videos, about me talking about Ayamara. I'm probably the most hated person on planet Earth. If they watch all the videos, they'll understand. Now, going back to Ivan, I want to clear some air here. I think, can you read any comment? Are you able to get access to the comment of some of the comments, negative comments about me on your channel? You don't have access, right? If you don't have access, it's okay.
I
But
don't
anyway,
have access at the moment, but basically what people was trying to say, that they felt you was taking out for Ivan, and I mean, they felt that you was going against what Ivan was saying about the whole situation about the Poland female. And they felt like you was trying to justify it and made it like it was a betrayal situation, and you shouldn't have looked at it as a betrayal, Like they felt that you didn't see the bigger picture on why they complain about what's going on with Ivan. And Ivan and Marwa. And they say
so
that, for an example, they say you're not in America, so you don't understand what the laws are in America, what we go through, So can you clean that up for the audience to give them an understanding?
okay, number one, don't use American law to be above everything. That's the first thing. We have 192 countries in the world. So American law is not the only one. Me being here in China, I've traveled also to 22 countries. I don't brag about it. Every country has laws, policies. Okay. I have studied international relations, I've studied foreign policy, foreign security, international security. I know that every country, I've studied the public administrations, comparative international public administration. I know every country has a law. It's not only America. Every country has a law. So what I was not even trying to justify. Okay. Um, Ivan, what I was trying to say is that you need to understand that you need to check the background of the people that you're dealing with. Do you think that Ayamara can be the only one to be arrested if this was real? Because I'm still saying they are trying to divert us from discussing about a scamming issue. Okay? So I could be a village idiot a little bit, but I'll tell you the honest truth. I don't think the whole thing is real. All right. Now you the king of the traveler, you've already stopped talking about the money of Gem what's his name?
Jam tours.
Gem Toros. You have stopped talking about Gem Toros money. I'm gonna say this. The person that was saying so forgotten that we are diverting ourselves from the issue of gem tours. We are already, running away from the issue, the man that was raised about Indo Chinese, Indo black people from India. I mean, Indian Afros. We've
Afro
forgotten.
Indian.
Yes, Afro Indians. We have forgotten about, the underaged people, women that he has slept with. We have forgotten about everything, King the Traveler's money. We've forgotten about that. That's the whole issue here. What
Mm.
what if, let me just tell you, don't people should not start opening up their mouth or running their mouth, forgetting that in the world, if you have to analyze something, you have to leave a room of doubt. You know, you have to take some and compare with some and say, maybe these things is not the truth. Maybe it's the truth. Ivan was trying that. What if Ivan is doing plan A, plan B? We're gonna help you. Ayamara, you have to help me with the subscribers and views as well. And Sultan can jump in. All these games that are being played, I'm telling you straight up, it could be that I'm saying maybe, and I'm saying if. All right. So no one should misquote me to say, I said this, I said this. Why I said this is because if it is true, Ayamara, if he is arrested, okay, I don't think Ayamara can be arrested again because he can just be arrested, but there is no evidence that Ayamara had a penetration, sex. He had a sex, with that lady. He didn't have a sex. There's no penetration. Even if that woman is taken to the hospital, okay, there's no evidence of that. There's only evidence of the text. All right. That's it. She allowed herself to come. She's on IG. She's also socialite. So, you know how many teenagers are socialites? 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. They are saying, I was in the media before. I was a TV presenter. I was in the media. I've done the socialite things. I know what it is. I've seen ladies trying to throw themselves at other guys. I have seen it with my own eyes. Every place that I went to, even when I had a popularity before YouTube, when I had a popularity about the TV and whatever newspaper, people people used to be admiring. So
So
they're always a
clear. Let me ask you this.
socialite for young
Tell
people.
me, so what you think really going on with this situation? Do you think it's really the whole thing really happened with the Poland woman like that? Do you think that even was still staged, or what's your feelings? Cause help me understand on a deeper level.
Okay, as I've seen all of you guys are saying, you can people can you know what? Let me tell you something before I can answer. People have a right to their own opinions. Okay, people have a right to their own opinions. But one thing that I disagree is to make American law, United States laws, as they're above all other 102 countries in the world. That's number one. Number two, to answer your question, is that the whole thing, I don't believe it. All right, I don't believe it up until I see the real truth. You cannot send or read the text and say, I am Mara send this text to this girl and this girl send text. And everybody also starts believing that as presenting that as the truth. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that because I can use my phone and to put a picture for a king the traveler, and I can use two phones. Okay, let me tell you this. I can use two phones. I can put a picture for King the Traveler, then I can send a message to myself. I can hire somebody to act up. These things happens in politics, man. It happens. I mean, okay, I don't know which world that people are living, but the country where I come from, things are planted. Okay, things are planted. You can kill vice presidents and make it look like as if it's an accident, and everybody will say, "Oh my God, the vice president has just died. There was a road accident," and everybody's gonna drive home and write home about it. You know, so a mere text, you start now believing a mere drama. Do you think? Let me tell you something. United States, that the same United States people are talking about, it profiles YouTubers, musicians, it profiles the politicians, it profiles the activists. Do you think that they're not watching you? They know that you guys are playing games. I mean, the IMRA and whatever, they know. Do you know these allegations? They have already, the intelligence people in America, they're everywhere. They're in a taxi, they're in a subway train, they're pretending to read a newspaper, they're always reading and watching YouTube, and they're watching every foreigner that comes in, they're watching everything else that is trending. So don't think you're living in a country and you just talk about law. They could have arrested somebody already long ago. It doesn't happen like that. These allegations can be truthful, but you don't know who's playing who. So you cannot believe Mia for this YouTuber who comes in and comes in with a story, and you guys start believing that. If the vice president
So,
is
so Cleo, I'm listening to what you're saying, but Cleo, the scary part to me is, when African Dominican did the interview, when she did it with the Poland young lady, then it first started to convince me, but then she turned around and did one with Ivan Torres too. I mean, like, man, I don't know. That's a serious situation. I would not want to be labeled across America on these kind of allegations. You have to understand. I know you probably feel like maybe it was staged, but Cleo, how would you feel to be? Listen, Cleo, listen. I would rather people call me a scammer than to say I don't change my clothes, I don't smell good. Then to talk about, me hollering at the girl when she was 16. Man, I'd rather be called a scammer than to call that mess there. So hey, some people opinions are driven off emotions. You got some people are driven off of facts. You got some people opinions driven off of assumptions. It's different ways to driven opinions. But me personally, I come off the dome. I have to tell you how I feel. I don't want to be labeled as nobody dealing with no female. You know what I'm saying? I hollered at when she was 16, then the girl reject me, spend $1,000 ticket and all that. You think Mama want his name to be shamed like that? To get it off the deteriorate from knowing to be a scammer? Come on, man, that's embarrassing on American soil and beyond. Because now people feel like, bro, we're not giving you no money. Let me tell you why. Because you want to take $1,000 of our dollars and you won't buy Miss Young Lady to come down to America and for her to call you and ain't smell good. You feel me? So you think people gonna want to spend money to think he gonna do that with the money? Talk to me
okay.
now.
That's why I say to you, everybody has his own opinion. You King the Traveler, you have your own opinion. But I don't like, when King the Traveler, you want to force your opinion on me. I don't like it when your subscribers wants to force their opinion on me. Why can't you respect my opinion? If you think Ayamara is a bad guy, arrest him. Go to the nearest police station, wherever, before you can comment on me, before you can try to force your opinion on me. If I don't believe it, I don't believe it. I'm not a believer. Okay, I'm not a believer, so I don't believe it. I never believed the Ayamara. I never trusted the Ayamara right from the beginning when he was in Nyabo Hansei. Okay, I never believed him. So I never believed the what Dave. I was talking about Dave all the whole time. Everybody was praising Dave on Como. I said I don't believe them. Now people are always against. Now they can talk about it. Now that I'm saying I don't believe this the whole situation, and people wants to force their own opinion on me. And those people, the same people who claims they know the laws of America, the same people do not know the laws of freedom of speech. They don't even know or recognize my human rights. They don't recognize my freedom of speech. So you claim that you're from America, and America, that's where the democracy can be imported from. But your democracy looks like it's only you forcing your opinion and your laws and your foreign policy on other countries, on other human beings, and making them gays. I don't want to take that and believe in that. I don't believe this is true. If you believe, don't force my opinion. My opinion is my opinion. Yours are yours. If you think Amara has done that, go to your nearest police station. I can send you the number. Just tell me where you are. I'll send you the police station number and ask them to go and arrest Amara. If you think there's evidence, talk is cheap, man.
No, listen, I get what you're saying. Talk is cheap. I respect how you coming with it, but Cleo, let me ask you a serious question. You rather have a repetition of a scammer, or you rather somebody calling you saying you don't wash over the internet? Somebody saying that you know what I'm saying, you got mad because you ain't getting no sex from the woman over the internet. What you rather be? Knowing this.
You know, Ayamara is a guy who does whatever he wants, and he has done many bad things, bad behavior. For him, he thinks they clickbaits. It works. Maybe he feels like it works for him, but to me, it's antisocial. I've been saying these things. I do not want Ayamara near me. I do not want Ivan together, two of them. They're not my friends. These are grown, Jesus Christ. They're grown people, grown adults, people that were best friends. Why would somebody crucify me against somebody that was a friend? Ivan was a friend, or is still friend. They're still gonna reunite with Ayamara. And Ivan knows Ayamara very well than me and the other person who was commenting. So who's in a better position? Do you think they're gonna arrest Ayamara alone? They're gonna arrest Ivan, man, because they need to collect the evidence at Ivan's house. Do you think I don't know what the policing is about? They need to look for evidence. They'll check every bedroom, the roof, ceilings. They'll turn the whole house upside down while this man is in Ivan is in custody. Don't you think I know that? So why would somebody say, Ivan, do you think Ivan has never lied in his life?
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, definitely.
Which human being
situation just kind of crazy to me. I don't know what to think. But listen, Cleo, let me jump the subject right quick. There's some fishy stuff going on in the Philippines. And I'm going to be real. I think JB with DeMongo and Aaron Dante, they plotting something. What's your opinion on that? I want to see what you got to say before I say what I say. Because somebody said they're trying to smoke screen. Marwa them trying to smoke screen. So Aaron Dante, them boys is trying to scam it over there. What you feel? Because I feel JB is becoming a new scammer. He a scammer in training.
Off camera, I told you that Dante knows Ivan, right? Okay. So who planned the whole thing? Okay, before we can go even, they plan from plan A. If plan A doesn't work, we're gonna go for plan B, and the whole thing will be scrapped off. Now the other person is in the Philippines, right? And also there's gonna be DPX.
Oh my God! You see him had the little kids. You tell the kids to say DPX. Them kids ain't know what a D is. Them kids ain't know what a P is. And them kids ain't know what an X is. Stop trying to run a pyramid scheme and a scam on people. What is DPX, Cleo? What is that?
Excuse me. You know, Your subscribers actually are making me drink this. So actually, your subscribers are not looking. You see, right now I'm talking about these things. Dante, the most richest guy, who also talks about rich and rich, just like Amara does, you know, and talks about rich and rich, rich, rich. He's a richer, he's a billionaire, but he used the little kids, poor kids, to scream his brand. You know, do you think this is correct? To be screaming DPX, the little kids, the poor kids,
So
and you
where's
want
his money?
you want
Where's
to
his
put it?
money?
He's gonna put the videos. He's gonna send the videos to the people to donate. That's what is gonna happen. Maybe he's gonna send it to Leon Musk to say these little kids in Philippines, they need money. Please support my project because he worked for. He said he was an executive at Lexus, you know, for Leon Musk. So it
So
means he's
what
gonna
happened?
send videos to
So
him
what happened
with
to the
all the billionaires.
multi-million?
He knows many billionaires. He knows many millionaires. He has worked with the people that are worth the $600 million. He has worked for companies like that. So he's gonna take all those videos with the little kids screaming. It. What does he think? Who does he think he is? Right? Philippines is already rich, my bro. Who does he think he is? You know, busy using the kids. And we were talking about child labor. You see, right now I'm talking about these things. You don't make kids to do things they're not aware of. These are kids don't even know what the hell you are talking about. These are not conscious kids. I'm telling you, these are little kids. If you want to help them, don't display their lives on your YouTube channel and thinking you're gonna get money and you're gonna get subscribers and you're gonna get what? More views by putting a little kids so that people must feel sorry for you. This is the same thing that I'm saying that you guys, I'm saying it now, and in future, people are going now. People are going to say, "Hey, why now you're targeting what Dante?" In the future, they're going to say, "No, Dante is bad. Is bad." They take too long to process things. He has a restaurant in Vietnam now. He has hired a hitman to go and what to go and the friend to go and scare the scammer. He's also been scammed by his restaurant that he owns in Vietnam. He claims now he's gonna hire hitman to scare, or maybe I don't know what he's gonna do. So you guys, you don't see this picture of Dante who is putting kids on his videos and the child labor, giving them a child labor, the same thing that Amara did. It's gonna
Mm.
raise the funds, and it's gonna send those videos to Elon Musk and other billionaires and millionaires that he has his previous bosses, and he's gonna get money out of that. And that's what is going to happen. And at the same time, he's telling what JB, hey, if you broke up with a woman, it's easy, man. It's easy, man. Don't give up and get somebody else. But he is speaking to Dim Wango every week and have a girl conversation. Yeah, I love you so much. Every weekend. He said so. He speaks to Dim Wango every weekend. And JB doesn't have the same rights
Mm.
as Dante. Dante speaks to Dim Wango every day. Then every weekend, they have a little girl conversation. JB has never had that girl conversation every weekend, has never been afforded, you
Yeah,
know?
because the thing is,
So
man, I'm
now,
gonna tell you something. Aaron Dante, man, I think what it is, he just trying to act like he just gonna be the nicest man to D Mongo, and he just the gentleman of the century. Little do he know, D Mongo gonna trash him. Aaron Dante, I hope you hear this. When D Mongo finish with you, Baba, you ain't gonna have a pot to piss in and none to throw it out, bro. So you go ahead, think you special to D-Mongo all you wanna. The only thing you look at like when it come to D-Mongo is dollar bill,
uh, uh,
y'all.
yeah, that's the thing, So if a guy,
Family, family,
he,
family. What's up, family? What's up, family? Yeah. We gonna see
is
what family gonna do to you.
give me that of Dante, give me the Dante one.
Yeah, what's up, family? This Dante at DPX. Man, I'm telling you, man, it's just a fabulous situation, man. You get a part of the DPX, man. I mean, it's just, oh man, ever since I met D Mungo, she was a powerful person, and man, I
That's
tell you
it.
the honest truth, D Mungo, she carried but she carried lumber all the way up on top of the mountain, man. She's just a marvelous girl, man. I'm just infatuated with her. She's a really good boss. You know, so we collecting some money in the Philippines, and you know, we're gonna get things going in here, you know. So I hope y'all join me, family. I hope y'all join me, family. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate all y'all family. You're my family. Y'all all my family. If y'all like and y'all watch this video to the end, y'all family to me. Y'all family to me. Thank you, family. That's the best version I could give that clone.
This guy goes to vulnerable countries or the vulnerable women, but he doesn't have a wife. How do you trust a man who doesn't have a wife?
But I
But
thought
he
he a
goes,
multi-millionaire.
how do you
I
trust a
thought,
man who travels the world and is saving his bone marrows by not having a wife? But when shit hits the fan, he wants to have, a roundabout somewhere there. And then he travels to other vulnerable countries with the most vulnerable women, and he claims that he protects women. It says he doesn't like dating on FaceTime, but he likes he wants face to face. So I guess that's what he believes in. You know, so the fact of the matter that he want to scare a woman somewhere that actually is trying to scam him. If you get scammed, if you scam other people, don't forget your day will come. If
mm-hmm.
you steal money from somebody, your day will come. If you kill somebody, your day will come. All you guys, you think that Ivan is correct, Ivan's day will come. Okay? There's a day for everybody. If you think that people have never been to prison and say, no, me, I'm always right in front of the camera, you say, oh, I'm always right, I fight for the rights. Hey, it's not, let me tell you, Ivan, it's not you that was fighting Ayamara. It was the reactors. Where did you get the idea now of saying, no, me, I protect women? This man was like, hey, it wasn't you. It was the reactors. It was Modesta. It was the Black Beauty TV. It was the King the Traveler. It was the It was Crooked. It was the, on AM Caro. It was what you call African Reactor. It was the what's this trending. It was go to the Matata. It was them. It was not you, Ivan. So why you guys you want to give it props to the guy and the limelight? Where does it how? This is a guy who actually invited the same guy you guys. He said he watches your videos of how bad Ayamara was when he was in Yabo Hanse, and he still invites Ayamara to his house, and you say he's correct. We talked about when Ayamara was still in Yabo Hanse before he went to Ivan that this guy has raped and kissed underage. The videos are there. I even gave advice that Ayamara delete your channel and come clean. Then that's when people, the history will judge you. So now comes Ivan. People, when did Ivan come into the picture? When did you guys knew about Ivan? Did you know that reactors were already talking about how bad Ayamara was, and they were calling him to order when Ayamara instead wanted what to be dealing with AM Caro, deal with Modesta, deal with everybody else. Even you, Ivan, you were there. Even Ayamara told you, come here, come and help me to delete these people's channel. You were there. You were there. So how did Ivan become the good guy? This is the same Ivan that was helping Ayamara to delete Modesta's channel. So who are you to tell me that your opinion are correct? This is a guy who wanted to delete Modesta's channel. This Ivan, you guys you're talking about, the same guy you said he defends women. America's got the laws. Hey, do you think the Kenya doesn't have laws? This guy wanted to delete the channel of Modesta. Modesta is a woman. So what? He protects only the blondies?
Well, I think he wanted to delete them because, man, like, you ought to understand now, the team is strong, and Modesta is a ringleader. And, I think that he wanted to delete them because, they see that, like it's almost like the army is so big, like they figure if they delete the lieutenant of the tank, that it's going to kill the army out.
Whether what I'm saying is not true or not, both of these people are guilty are guilty as charged. Okay, both of these people are mad people. Both of these people enjoys abusing women. Okay, okay.
Mm.
Who can say this person gave even alcohol to a woman? How does it even? When does it even becomes clean? You know. So both of these men don't try to pick. All the tomatoes are rotten. Then you try to pick the good tomato and say this one, this tomato is good. How? Throw away all that tomato. You know,
Get rid
if
of all of it.
yeah, if throw away everything. If you know that every time you father children, all your children are sick and they just want to do drugs, they don't have a children. It's not.
Well,
There's
well,
no
well,
point.
well, listen to this, Cleo. I'm gonna just tell you this, right? And we're gonna just clear this show for the day after I finish this one here. Ivan could be trying to throw up a smoke screen, or they could do whatever they want to do. But let me tell you one thing. Rather, he fake or he changed after when it came to what Marwa said. But let me tell you one thing, Cleo, and I'm gonna make this clear to you today. Our team got them on 24-hour surveillance, no matter what it is. I don't care if they try to talk about a Caucasian or Marwa had 10 gals. They're scamming ain't going down. So they
Exactly.
could do whatever they want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and lay close out on this right here. What you got to say about that?
Exactly. Absolutely. I agree with that, King the Traveler, because I've said don't people should not never. They must watch all the videos. I never don't. I'm not. I don't take sides. I don't take sides. So people are forcing me to take sides. I don't take. If I don't take sides of for Ayamara, why should I take the side of for Ivan? Ivan was even in Brazil. You saw the video. He was in Brazil with another woman also, interviewing the woman. Do we know what happened? She's also popular. He's doing the same thing. So I don't think people should say we should pick sides. No. How do I pick sides? All of these people have already. There's nothing good about them. Okay, what did he fix? Chase Ayamara, pretend take a video showing Ayamara walking out, of his house, and then he goes like, "Oh, you see, Ayamara doesn't say thank you. Look at him." And then Ayamara doesn't talk like Ayamara is sullen and he's sucking. He's getting mad. He's upset, and then he carries his back like a little kid and gets into the car, and then the car speds away. Then Ivan starts talking again. You see what Ayamara is doing? He doesn't even say thank you, and that was supposed. I was supposed to believe that. I was supposed to believe the interview with the African, shout out to African Dominican, also a YouTuber. Shout out to her. But do you expect me to believe everything in that interview? African Dominican that lady was just saying yes, 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 yes. You watch the interview, man. King of the Travel, you watch the interview. Am I supposed to be? I'm not supposed to have my own opinion on this planet Earth in the 21st century. I'm not supposed to have my own opinion. I look at things differently.
Hold on,
Everybody else.
hold on. So listen. So let me ask you this before we close out. So how do you feel that so what did you get out the interview, with Ivan Torres and the Poland woman? What did you feel out that interview? Cause I mean I got all I feel it was legit. So what was your message?
First of all, Ivan did not go to Modesta to ask for an interview. You pick people to interview you so that the story you are in favor and the story comes out right. That is the PR. That's what you do. It's in the PR when you study public relations, in the communication. That's what you do. You pick a person that you know is going to run the story in your favor and it's going to change people's opinions, which it has worked. Ivan don't tell me that this guy is not trained about this. No. He's trained about this. He knows when the threat is coming and he knows how to deal with that already before it happens. So he will pick a person that he knows this person will run the story. Did he pick King of the Traveler? He watches King of the Traveler. Did he pick Modesta or BBTV or Crooked or Amakaro? He didn't pick anybody. He picked a person. Okay, most of you guys didn't even know African Dominican. Most of you guys, you didn't even know people like those. The interview was like, oh wow, there's another person called African Dominican. Besides seeing her maybe on Aymara's videos and stuff like that, you know. So from then, and you guys, somebody, one person runs the story, the whole world of 7-8 billion people start believing that is the truth. How do you take that as the truth without having, is the African Dominican a scientist? Is Ivan a scientist? What research, what reference do you guys have? If Ivan Joel starts talking and open his mouth and soft talking with a soft voice, with the skills that he has received the skills. You can't compare Ivan Ayamara with Ivan, who says he's not rich, who says Ayamara earns more money, because he's avoided that people might target him thinking that he has more money. No, he says Ayamara earns more than Sultan and earns more than what? Okay, we don't know, but he has got a big house that costs a lot of money, you know. So he says he doesn't have money because he's trying to avoid people that might scam him or might come to his house or might think he has money. That's what people do. He's smart like that. You know, you are told in the army, you are told that if you go against your enemy, show your enemy that you are weak. Don't show that you're strong. That's what is using all the principles, all the laws, all the what you have in the military. That's what Ivan is all about. So don't tell me, even if you know that you've worked out the military, whatever, but don't think that American military is the only one that is validated. You know, everywhere across the world, people have got their own intelligence. Also, they have their own countries. They've got their own people, their own army. Even some of us, we never been in the army, right? But we grew up under gunfiring, grew up under protest. We grew up with the dead bodies. We grew up with the sticks. We grew up with the knives. You know, we grew up under, something can happen anytime, like every day. Something happens. They can put a baby in a microwave. Your baby, they can put, in my country, they can put a baby in a microwave. So don't look at America as the most powerful country in military. What in these things does not happen. Even if a person that has never been in the army, has never been deployed in the army, cannot have they go through training. I'm not talking about somebody being deployed in Iraq or somewhere. These people go to the same training. Besides the deployment, they do the same training. The same similar training, the similar tactics, same principle. Look weak in the eyes of your enemy. That's what Ivan is doing. Everything he does is doing it by the book, by his training. That one, don't discount it. They all go by the same training. They don't say, because you're not going to Afghanistan, so we're going to give you a unique training because you're going to be protecting, people in our country, in America. You're not going to go outside. Don't worry. You're not going to be deployed anywhere else. So we're going to give you a special training. That's not the case. Even in America, you go through the same training, So I'm sorry to say this. Nobody is going to change my opinion. Everybody has got a perspective, but also as a human, I have my own rights. And nothing from America is above the law. And Ivan protects only those women, but can he protect people from? Do you know how many women are on the street? But the government of Cameroon taking the food and the traders who are trying to put bread on the table in Cameroon. Every day, the police of that president of Cameroon is sending people to go on the street and grab people's things and put them in a lorry and take their foods that they bought, that's selling on the street, the clothes that are selling on the street, the potatoes that are selling on the street, the vegetables that are selling on the street. Women in his country, you can check that on the media. He's protecting somebody from that country. I'm talking about a little kid that is under 4 years, 6 years, 7 years. He's on the street selling vegetables because the mother sent her there, a little girl in Cameroon. Then the police are coming with the batons, chasing people, grabbing their food, put it in the lorry. The food is gone. They spend money. In his own country, people are suffering. There's French people this side, English people this side on the north, and all these people are still fighting today, and the women are the ones who are suffering. Tell Ivan to use his American accent to save the women in Cameroon. Please send this message to Ivan. Use your American visa, American green card or your American passport. Use your American accent to save the little girls in Cameroon. Right now, we are facing this problem in your country where your government is grabbing the little girls and the little women's, young women who are trying to put the food on the table and selling their stuff on the street, and the government is cleaning up the streets every day without giving them jobs. That's what you need to deal with. Don't go to Poland. Those people are rich. Even that girl, she's rich, she's on IG. I'm talking about women in your country, Ivan, who are not even on IG. They don't even know what an IG is. You know, use your accent, Ivan, okay? Use your accent, American accent. You know, use your American accent to change things. If you think you're smart and everybody is supporting you, go back to your country. You know, you got a big house, sell that house. You said it's your house, right? Sell it, go save people, real people, not Polish. Polish, I mean, check there. Polish, I mean, the GDP is higher than Cameroon. There's a war in your country as we speak right now, and the people are running around, they're running amok. The English-speaking people in Cameroon are also decapitated every day. I'm talking about the women and girls. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, people die because of the dictatorship. What do you know, man? Use your accent. Use your American accent, okay?
Yo, Cleo, yo, listen, let me end this right now, man. Yo, Cook, get your little rest, man. You just hammer him this now, man. You just hammer him this now for sure. Cleo, I'm going to catch you later. Peace.
It's the King of Trouble talk show with real experience, with real culture and people across the world. Let's travel!
Welcome to Africa, man. You know what I'm saying? Over here in the village with the kids. You know how we do it, man. Africa, you know, so this the real deal. Welcome to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Just doing a little tour with the King of Travel, man. We just making it do what it do. You know what I mean? That's word. Going to the cathedral. Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy King of Travel, man. Just right now in the secret cathedral, you know what I'm saying? Checking out the area, man. And I tell you the truth, man, it's a beautiful cathedral, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody worship our higher power different, man. It's a beautiful place. So welcome off the beaten path, you feel me? But yeah, they're just speaking about, you know what I'm saying, the church and the cathedral. You know what I'm saying, the secret cathedral. So definitely, man, you know, this is just another part of traveling, you know what I mean? It's doing more stuff in the city and seeking more places to go, man. Welcome off the beaten path, man. What a beautiful day. And let's travel, man, with the King of Travel.
Yeah, man, so we riding this train on out here.
Yeah, man, so we just now touched down outside in the train, man. That's a good train ride, too. Definitely, man. That's why, man, I'm going to definitely put that on my bucket list. That's for sure. Definitely.
Is the worldwide traveler, also known as the King of Travel. His life is like a movie. They think they got you figured out, but they really don't. Remember, don't just talk about it, be about it. Remember, don't talk about it, just be about it. Think bigger than your city. Let's travel. Let's travel. watching Mr. Midas, the worldwide traveler, aka the king of travel. But hey, stay tuned. The best is yet to come. To be continued.